María Adela Barrientos. I make piñatas.
And I am Juan Barrientos. I am a piñata maker. When I need some carrizo to make piñatas, I go nearby where the plants grow, and there I cut what I need. We came north because we could not make a living in my country. There were no wells and no irrigation. We planted with the water from the sky. If it did not rain, there was no harvest. We would plant the seeds, but no corn or beans would rise up. So we came to Nuevo Laredo, which is on the Mexican border with Texas. I got a part-time job as a night watchman, but it did not pay much. A neighbor saw I was free during the day. He asked me and my family to help him with his work, making piñatas. The days we helped him, he gave us something to eat. We did everything: cutting, tying, covering with newspaper, then tissue paper. That way, we learned.
When we arrived in Nuevo Laredo, my children were small, 4 or 5 years old. We were all making the piñatas. And the women would say to me, "Why are you working so hard? You can give the children a jar of eggs, some fritos, and they can go to the cantinas and sell at the morning and at night. You'll make enough that way so you can eat." But that's not my way. I didn't want my children going into bars.
I decided we had to come to the United States. I went to Mexico City to get a passport so I could cross the border. I told my neighbor, "Maybe you could give me a few pieces of carrizo so my boys can stay at home and make piñatas while I am away." He gave me some carrizo, and I left the boys there working. Well, the boys took the piñatas they made to market, and they sold them. When I got home, they said, "We don't work with that man anymore. He told us that we should give him the piñatas to sell, and he would give us half. Half for him and half for us. But we made the piñatas, and we can sell them ourselves." When I first came to Texas, the children in Adela stayed on the other side in Nuevo Laredo making piñatas for their tortillas. What I earned over here went to arrange for their papers, and that is the way we did it. One by one, we all went to Monterrey to make arrangements to come to Texas.
did a lot of different jobs so we could support ourselves. Our oldest son took a job taking care of some cows. Early in the morning, I'd see his small figure in the distance, standing in the bush, burning thorns off the nopal cactus to feed to the cows. It was so dry. That's all the food they had. I would cry because of the work my sons had to do so we could eat. When I was a child, I lived on a ranch. On the ranch, there was no school, so I never learned how to read. I had very little hope then, but I had dreams. Sometimes, late at night, I would hear the hum of big trucks and buses in the distance going to the capital. I wondered, who are those people on those buses? Maybe one day God will let me ride on a bus. And thank God, since then, I've been on buses many times. I've seen a lot of places. I used to dream I would have my own garden and water my plants with a hose because we didn't have a hose out in the country. I would dream of a room with windows, curtains, furniture. Then I would awake, and I'd feel sad because I was there where I was before. When I remember all those dreams and they've all come true, it seems like a made-up story that I can't believe myself. I'm taking care of 2 children, not for free, but not only because they pay me. I love children, even if they're not mine or the family's. It doesn't bother me when they make a mess or that they grab this or that. I want the children to come. I don't want my daughter-in-law or son-in-law saying, "Why bother to go? Your mother is so delicate." No. I'm glad to have kids here all the time.
Son already was grown and had a family when he came over. He worked in construction. His sons have grown and they help him now. If it rains and there is not any work in construction, they know the craft of piñata. But there are times when piñatas do not sell. In the rainy season or if it is cold, people don't make parties and they do not buy. One of my sons does body work on cars. He is inside a garage. If it rains, he does not get wet, and if it is cold, he stays warm.
When I was young, early in the year, we would find the oldest clay pot with 2 ears to save for the Christmas piñata. We would fill it with plums, limes. We didn't put in any candies. Plums, oranges, limes, and lots of sugar cane. It wasn't like now. If you hit a piñata today, there isn't any danger. But then a whack and pieces of the pot would fly everywhere. The pots were thick. A little piece would hit you in the eye. It was dangerous. The kids would hit the piñata and run. Well, I love music. Norteño music, songs from long ago when I was young. Cuando lejos te encuentres de mí, cuando quieras que esté yo contigo, no hallarás un recuerdo de mí, ni tendrás más amores conmigo. Por ahí va. I like to have a good time. I wouldn't lie to you. After I die, I want them to play mariachis when they lay me to rest.
We only do a little work now because there's just 2 of us. I have no trouble. I cut the carrizo and tie. I had an operation on one of my eyes, but I see the screen wire well enough. Since I have done this for a long time, I can do it in the dark. I just find the end of the screen with my fingertips, and I give it a turn and tie. Some other people have asked me to teach them to make piñatas, but they find it hard. They tie, but in a little while the carrizo goes one way and another. They do not tighten it. You have to put a little twist we call a lock, so it won't go this or that way. Each season has its style. Some styles have their time and then it's over. E.T. was on sale for a while. Everybody wanted E.T. E.T. And then that time passed. Nobody wants E.T. anymore. But some piñatas always sell. The boat, the satellite, the star. Right now we are in the season of the witches. The satellite and the star sell around Christmas time. Santa Claus, too. Then the Valentine, that is the heart, and the Easter bunny. Each piñata has its season. We are a piñata family. We all make piñatas. The married ones and the ones that are still at home, they all help. If there's not any other work, they can stay home and make piñatas. At least they will make enough money so they can eat. We came here to Texas to work so we could live a better, longer life.
As long as I have the will to make piñatas with love and care, I'll keep on doing it. But the day I don't feel this way, I won't make piñatas anymore. Why? Because if they don't come out right, there's no reason to make them. Better not do it at all.